How did I view God? Gee, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't until later, I went to college, didn't do much. I was a CEO, Christmas and Easter only type. And it just did not become part of my life. I was in Massachusetts, and I knew God was present. I knew Jesus was present. I learned about them, but I didn't have a relationship with either. I lost trust. I lost trust is what it was. And, raising my family, it was, if things were going to get done, I had to take control and I was going to do it. I was in a very uncomfortable place with uncertain direction. My children grown, off to college, becoming an empty nester. My marriage dissolved. My parents died 3 months apart in 2021. And it was a tough time. It was a tough time. And I started thinking about the future, and things just needed to change. Wasn't in a very good place.
What needed to change?
I didn't know. I had no idea. I just knew something needed to change. I needed to change. I wasn't a big fan of the person that I was. Just bitter, frustrated, angry, short-tempered. I don't think I was a nice person. I might have been a nice person. I didn't think I was a nice person. And I did not enjoy I did not like the direction that I was heading in. Self-medicating, temptations, and I did not like the path that I was going down. And somehow, after my parents died, my marriage dissolved, I said, I'm not going to be spending another winter in New England. I'm going to do what every good New Englander does. I'm going to become a snowbird down in Florida, which I did. And I spent a month in Florida. I didn't quite know what I was looking for. And I came up the East Coast on my way back home. And I ended up in Beaufort County. And it just called to me. And I said, something about this place called to me. And I couldn't get it out of my mind. I went for a walk. I was not in a really good place. I was down here alone, just looking for direction. And I was out just clearing my head one night, and I'm walking around the neighborhood, and I happened to be walking by LCC. I think it was a Thursday night. It was dark, and the parking lot attendants are waving people in. And I'm like, why are they waving people in on a Thursday night? So I asked the parking lot attendant, and he said, it's worship night. He says, just come in and worship. We've got music, we've got pizza, and it's just to worship and praise the Lord. And he says, come on in, everyone's welcome. And I went inside, and it was a great experience. I had never felt that much positive energy in a very, very long time. everyone was just in praise. And I was very taken by that. And so I decided to come to service on that Sunday. And I kept coming back. And the more I came back, the more I was convinced that this is a place for me. And I remember one Sunday, during Jeff's sermon, he quoted Winnie the Pooh. He said,
I always get to where I'm going by walking away from where I've been. You know who said that? Winnie the Pooh. That's Winnie the Pooh.
in order to get to where I'm going, I need to walk away from where I've been. And that just resonated with me. And I knew I was in the right place.
But isn't that true? I always get to where I'm going by walking away from where I've been. As you walk with and toward Christ, fellow believer, safe, secure, under no condemnation, knowing that there's nothing in this world or the cosmos that can separate you from his love, that you are foreknown, you are predestined, you are called, you are justified, you are glorified, you are a super conqueror through him who loves you so. As you're walking that way, you leave the old things of your past. You leave your old life and this world behind for the glory, his glory that is yet to come. And he will fulfill it in your life because you will get to where you're going by walking away from where you've been.
And for anybody coming in to the church, this is Jesus' teaching. These are God's words. And when you listen to them, there's nothing truer. And you'll slowly realize that. And the more I realize that, the more I reflect on it. And that reflection just equates to personal growth.